And the man on my TV told me that it always been that way, and there's nothing anyone could do or say. And I almost listened to him. Yeah, I almost lost my mind, but I regained my senses again. Looked into my heart to find that I believe in one fine day all the children of Abraham will lay down their swords forever in Jerusalem. Ah, maybe I'm only dreaming, and maybe I'm just a fool, but I don't remember learning how to hate in Sunday school. But somewhere along the way I strayed, and I never looked back again. But I still find some comfort now and then. Come rumbling, and I can't lay me down, and the drums are drumming again. And I can't stand the sound, and I believe there'll come a day when the lion and the lamb will lay down in peace together in Jerusalem. There'll be no barricades then. There'll be no wire or walls, and we can wash all this blood from our hands and all this hatred from our souls. And I believe in one fine day all the children of Abraham will lay down their swords forever in Jerusalem.
I look a lot like Sarah, who's here just before, except I have a lot more hot flashes, so that's... And it's so great to have you all here tonight. It's so exciting to just be with all you guys and in our Love and Fun Fest. And so I'm going to tell you a story. Like many children of my generation, I grew up with a black and white TV, which is something to be very grateful for. I mean, there were so many wonderful TV programs made back in the day in crisp B&W. However, there was one big problem: The Wizard of Oz. You know, every year when it came time for the super special annual viewing on CBS, I would excitedly sidle up to our family's big boxy set, ready to watch Dorothy travel to the land of Oz and back. But because I never got to see it turn color, you know, when she opens up the front door and realizes she's not in Kansas anymore, there was no indication that what would happen to her in Oz wasn't absolutely real. I mean, dream shmeem. I mean, Dorothy would absolutely be chased by the wickedest of witches, who is way more scary, by the way, in black and white than in green. Because, you know, like Miss Gulch, she simply is. And the Yellow Brick Road, which to me appeared vaguely gray, it was nothing but a path filled with endless frustrations and disappointments, you know, just like Mr. Douglas always had in Green Acres, or poor Ralph Cramden. And the horse of a different color was completely lost on me. It just looked like this Shetland pony that a family friend would bring out every 4th of July that always wanted to kick me. From my technically limited vantage point, The Wizard of Oz was an enthralling but terrifying cautionary tale about the dangers of living where tornadoes can happen. When I, a Des Moines girl, had to go to the basement for the first time for a tornado warning, I was so scared about what would happen when my house was lifted up into the air. I promptly grabbed my best stuffed animal, Basset Hound Herman, and then I just threw up. And you know, that can happen a lot with this. And we open it up, and all we think we're supposed to see is black and white, strict black and white only. It's just a story about this really wicked devil, or even worse, an angry, mean God that's always out to get us because we're so bad. And the road that we're commanded to travel is just filled with endless disappointments and difficulties because we're so bad and God's so mad, and well, there's no horse of a different color. Nothing ever changes in this thing. Oh sure, Jesus shows up in the New Testament, all niceness and squeezable softness, but you know, we all just mercilessly hang him on the cross so he can die and 3 days later come up in front of the earth and say, "I'll get you, my pretties, and your little dogs too, unless you believe, and if not, into the fiery basement of hell for all eternity." No wonder so many people just want to puke. Can I hear an amen? We're going to get it going here, folks. We're going to get it going. Preach it. Right. All about puke. I know. Well, you know, that was actually my experience with the Bible until this crazy call to ministry uprooted me and landed me in seminary. And then I realized that I could actually open this up and be transported to a place that was colorful and lively and imaginative and non-emetic. How often do you pay $10 to see a show that's going to include non-emetic? Not often, so but it's true, you know, and one of the things that really helped turn the black and white to color was learning that I don't have to take what's in here literally, because the ancients didn't. For them, history and fantasy was equally valid and equally true and freely woven together to explore and explain things. And what really, for me, made the color extra bright was discovering that this is actually a comedy. This whole document is intended to make us laugh. I knew that would get less than non-emetic.